All right, good morning, class. Welcome to week 3 of AP Government. This week, we're going to be looking at the study of Congress, as well as assessing our work on Unit 1 through a multiple choice exam and a modified argument essay. So, the first thing I want to do is just go over your assignments for the week in your Engage folder. So, a couple things that you need to focus on this week. Super important to start your week off by getting into AP Classroom. I've given you the join uh, link. I've given you an access guide. The join codes are in Schoology as well, so you need to make sure that you have joined AP Classroom. I want to go over your learning objectives, which I'm going to give you just a quick overview of in just a second. And then bulk of your week, as always, is spent exploring the content. So going into the Explore folder for Congress, you've got the chapter, you've got the Khan Academy lessons, you've got supplemental videos, and then required court cases. I can't stress enough that it's not about just rushing through and getting it done. If you're using the chapter as your main focus for the content, read it in small chunks, 10 pages at a time, stop, process it. But hey, if you're doing the textbook, also take some time to look at the Khan Academy videos, the supplemental videos, so you get that holistic approach to the content. Another thing that you're going to be doing then is in your apply folder, you've got 2 assignments, as always, the one pager on Congress and then the Congress note check. Now, because we're going to be doing some assessment this week, I've pushed back the due dates to Saturday at 11:59. So you get an extra day to work on that. So if you're focusing in on your assessments earlier in the week, then you have some time to get to Congress later in the week. Some other things that I want you to do, and kind of really stressing this week to get you guys into the current events and the discussion boards. So I really want you looking into what's going on in the news. There's so much happening for our content between congressional hearings, Congress being called back into session, House just posting a bill on the Postal Service. We've got the Republican convention. So you got a lot going on. So take some time to look through the notes or look through the current event news stories, have some discussions with family, friends, do it via Zoom with your classmates. Get together and do it masked and socially distanced. And then when you find stuff, post it into our discussion boards that are here. Now, you want to attend your Zoom sessions this week because I'm going to start the assessments during that Zoom time, and I want to make sure you have all the technical issues controlled. So on Tuesday for periods 1 and 3 and Wednesday for period 5, the multiple choice assessment will be in AP Classroom. That's why you have to join. And then the modified argument essay will be on Thursday for periods 1 and 3 and Friday for periods 5. That'll be in Schoology. Now, I've also given you this week a little different, a sample pacing guide. Some of you had asked for a little bit of help in kind of how to pace yourself out and set things up. So I've kind of laid that out for you guys. So just once again, in the Engage folder, you've got the assignments, the learning objective, some review materials on argument essays, where it's my presentation from Zoom last week, plus a screencast from an AP grader on how to do the argument essays. So good review material there before the test. And then here's the current events discussion. Please use it. Let's engage. You can record yourself through video or audio or just write stuff down. So let's get some class dynamics going and really get into that. Last thing that I want to do with you guys is just kind of, the learning objectives. What are you focused on for Congress? This week, you're focusing on the structures and powers of the 2 chambers, the House and the Senate. You want to look at how those affect their policy making. So this is where you're going to look at things like the Rules Committee and the filibuster. And then we want to talk about divided government, which we're in right now. We have a president that's a Republican and at least one chamber, which in this case is the House of Representatives, controlled by the opposition party, the Democrats. And how does that divided government impact congressional behavior? How does the partisanship, Republicans versus Democrats in Congress, affect behavior? And how does the electoral process? Now, there's going to be stuff that I think will elicit a lot of questions from you guys. So I'm hoping that you bring those questions to us to Zoom, put them on the discussion boards, and engage in email. Lots of different ways to engage the content. So we're entering a very exciting phase of the content right now. Unit 2, the institutions of government. This is our biggest unit of the quarter. We're spend a lot of time looking at Congress, the president, the bureaucracy, and the judicial system. So we've got a lot of work ahead of us, and I know we can do it. So keep asking questions, keep working hard. Let's get to it.